Well, we hope you've listened to the advice of the man to my right and your shoes are spit-shined and you're ready to go dancing with Lord Stanley, because we are here at the 2017 Stanley Cup Final previewing this series for hockey's holy grail between the Nashville Predators and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Alongside the Hall of Famer Mike Lange and the old 2-9er Phil Bourque, I am Josh Getzoff. Guys, two teams very deserving to be on this stage. Sets up to be an incredible joust for the Stanley Cup.
Oh, I don't think there's any question. I mean, you get to the finals and you're going to have the best. And the Predators proved that. They went through some big-time names to get to where they are. Penguins have done the same thing. They've had to persevere with a lot of adversity in front of them, but they had it all year long. And now you hope that their best hockey is ahead of them as they get ready for this series.
Bourque, 3/4 of the way there.
Yeah, I think anybody who took the Nashville Predators lightly, Chicago Blackhawks, St. Louis Blues, Anaheim Ducks, shame on you, because they're the real deal. They're a team that's not built off of stars. They are a team. They play as a team. They're well coached. They have great structure. They have a great goaltender. They deserve to be here for what they did in the first 3 rounds.
And you mentioned the Predators. They knock out the Chicago Blackhawks in the first round, sweeping the Hawks, then beating the St. Louis Blues in 6 games in round 2, and then winning their first ever Western Conference title over the Anaheim Ducks in 6 games. So bringing us to the Stanley Cup Final. And Mike, on the Predators, who are you watching and why?
Well, the guy that's carried him so far, I think, in the series plays, and that'd be Pekka Rinne. The 34-year-old Finn product has been nothing but phenomenal, really, in playing against the best teams. And he's going to be a key ingredient. If the Penguins can solve Pekka Rinne, they've got a good chance to maybe win this series, because he's been that good for the Predators.
And some great numbers for the Penguins in regular season action against Pekka Rinne. We'll see if it carries over here into the Stanley Cup Final. Bourque, who are you watching on the Preds?
I'm going with Philip Forsberg. He is so dynamic offensively. He's a right-hand shot, plays the left wing. Seems like every time the Predators scored a big goal, he was right there. And especially without Ryan Johansson, I think that a lot of their offense is going to go through Philip Forsberg. This is no disrespect to Arvidsson, because he's an outstanding player also. Arvidsson and Forsberg led the team in goals with 31. But Philip Forsberg has a different level. He's got a different game. He's got this long reach. He's strong on the stick, plays in all situations. He's a guy I'm going to key on in the series.
So now we turn our attention to the defending Stanley Cup champions, back here in this situation for the 6th time in franchise history. The Pens, of course, knocked off the Columbus Blue Jackets in 5 games in round 1, beat the Washington Capitals in a 7-game thriller in round 2, and then we all know what happened in the Eastern Conference Final in PPG Paints Arena, a 7-game victory in double overtime to take the Prince of Wales trophy. So Bourque, with the Penguins, again, I don't know why I'm asking this question, but who are you watching for the Pens in the final?
Surprise face, you ready?
Yeah.
Drum roll, please. Evgeny Malkin, of course. I'm going with Gino to be my star in this series. Here's the thing with Gino. Him and Phil Kessel have been outstanding, but he's had a lot of different left wingers. I think going into the series, I think we still have a question mark. Who's going to be on the left side with Gino? Evgeny Malkin just seems to elevate his game. Even when he has games like in the Ottawa series where he took a couple of 10-minute misconducts, a little frustration, he bounced right back. He reeled himself back in. The thing with Evgeny Malkin, he has not scored a power play goal in the playoffs yet. So look for that in this series to see if Gino can get on the board on the PPG.
And he leads all players in scoring in the playoffs, so that's even extra impressive to know that he hasn't scored a power play goal yet. All right, Mike, who are you watching on the Pens?
Well, what's carried the Penguins to the first 3 rounds? Goaltending. Let's be honest with it. And I think it's going to boil down to that again. I think Matt Murray and Marc-Andre Fleury, if he comes into that series, are going to be important cogs in what the Penguins do. It's carried them this far with their special teams. I think that's going to be a key for the Penguins.
So we're getting ready for this series on Monday night. Before we tee it up for you, we have one final question for these two men. The Penguins, Mike, will win their 5th ever Stanley Cup if?
They will win this cup again if their centers play like they can and capable of, the 4 centers that they have, and they'll take the play to the Predators, and they won't be able to survive the 4-line attack. I think that'll be one of the keys for the Penguins too.
Bourque, you've won 2 as a player. You've watched 2 more come. How do the Penguins get their 5th?
Yeah, we haven't really talked about it yet. There's shut down this defensive core and PK Subban and the 4 defensemen that they have back there that can all generate offense. The Roman Josi and the defensemen that they have, Matthias Ekholm and Ryan Ellis. These are defensemen that love to jump up on the rush, create offense. If the Penguins can shut those 4 guys down, I really like their chances.
We're looking forward to this one. The 2017 Stanley Cup Final gets underway Monday night, Memorial Day, 8 p.m. puck drop here at PPG Paints Arena between the Eastern Conference champion Pittsburgh Penguins and the Western Conference champion Nashville Predators. For the Hall of Famer Mike Lange and the old 2-9er Phil Bourque, I'm Josh Getzoff. Enjoy the final, everyone, and thanks for watching right here on Pens TV.